Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So today is obviously December 31st, 2024. I thought it would be a really fun idea to take a look back at the three major races we had in 2024 nationally for the presidential race, the Senate race, the House race, and I'll even look at the governor's race as well and give you just a quick recap of what happened in these 2024 presidential, Senate, House, and governor elections, sort of as a way to kind of wrap up 2024, show what happened, and just give a quick little recap. So, in the presidential race, obviously this one got the most attention out of all of them for obvious reasons. In the 2024 presidential race, Donald Trump won with 312 electoral votes, Kamala Harris 226 electoral votes. And when it comes to the popular vote, Donald Trump also won the popular vote with 49.91% to Kamala Harris's 48.43%. Out of roughly 154.8 million votes, roughly estimated over 99% of the vote has been counted. Donald Trump got 77,266,801 votes nationwide. Kamala Harris got 74,981 votes, or 981,313 votes nationwide. Donald Trump was able to win the 2024 presidential election, winning back several key states, including all 7 of the major toss-up states in the 2024 presidential election. Donald Trump winning the all-important state of Pennsylvania and its 19 electoral votes, 50.4% to 48.7%. Pennsylvania for the entire election was seen as the winner-take-all state, and Trump did win the state of Pennsylvania. But Trump did not stop there. He also won the state of Michigan and its 15 electoral votes, 49.7% to 48.3%, and the state of Wisconsin, 49.7% to 48.8%. In addition to Trump winning the 3 Rust Belt states, which he won in 2016, lost in 2020, won again in 2024, Trump also won the swing state of North Carolina, 51% to 48% over Kamala Harris, along with winning the state of Georgia and its 16 electoral votes by just 2%, 51% to 49%. And Trump also won the state of Arizona, 52% to 47%, flipping that state back to red. Trump also won the state of Nevada, the first Republican to win the state at the presidential level since 2004, 51% to 47%. In addition to the major swing states we saw in the 2024 election, Donald Trump did improve his numbers greatly in a lot of key states, including 2 very important Republican stronghold states. Trump winning the state of Florida by 13% at the 2024 presidential election level. The state of Texas voting for Trump 56% to 42%, a 14% win for Trump there as well. We also saw some likely Democratic states get a little bit closer in this election, with New Hampshire going for Kamala Harris over Donald Trump 51% to 48%, looking like for 2028, New Hampshire may start out as a toss-up state rather than a likely Harris state. We saw the state of Virginia also vote for Harris over Donald Trump by about 6%, down from Biden's over 10-point win back in 2020. The state of Minnesota voted for Kamala Harris over Donald Trump 51% to 47%. Even though it was the home state of her running mate, it was still under 5%, at best making it a lean Democratic state. We also saw a very close election in the state of New Jersey, which ended up being a 6% win for Harris over Trump. Certainly a surprise to be sure, something Republicans are talking very optimistically about going into 2025 and 2026. So that's sort of a brief overview of the 2024 elections. Now we're going to look real closely at the Senate elections in 2024. The Senate race, as Donald Trump did very well in the presidential race, the Republicans also did very well in the Senate map. Republicans flipped 4 Senate seats away from the Democrats to the Republican side. The first being the state of West Virginia, where Democratic incumbent Joe Manchin did retire. Second being Republican Tim Sheehy defeating Democratic incumbent Senator Jon Tester. In the state of Ohio, Democratic incumbent Sherrod Brown losing his race to Republican challenger Bernie Moreno. And in an incredibly close race, Republican Dave McCormick was able to defeat Democratic incumbent Senator Bob Casey by just 0.2% after about a week to 2 weeks of vote after the election being counted per Pennsylvania state law. McCormick ended up winning by 0.2% in a very close race. We also saw a lot of close races statewide as well. In the state of Michigan, where Democrat Elisa Slotkin defeated Republican Mike Rogers by just 0.3%, a very close race. In Wisconsin, Democratic incumbent Tammy Baldwin defeated Republican Eric Hovde by 49.4% to 48.5%, 0.9% margin in Wisconsin. The state of Nevada, Democratic incumbent Jackie Rosen defeated Republican Sam Brown by just 2%, 48% to 46%, very close in Nevada as well. And the state of Arizona, where Democratic candidate Ruben Gallego defeated Republican candidate Carrie Lake by 2%, 50% to 48% in a very close race in Arizona. We also saw some re-elections in Texas, where Ted Cruz was able to win this race 53% to 45%. The state of Florida, Rick Scott, looking like the polls could have been close, Rick Scott won 56% to 43%. We also saw some much closer than expected races in Virginia, where Tim Kaine defeated his Republican challenger 54% to 46%, and in a very shocking state, the state of Nebraska, where Deb Fischer, the Republican incumbent in a safe Republican state, defeated her nonpartisan challenger 53% to 47%, a very close race. That's pretty much all there is to talk about on the Senate level. Now looking at the House level, where the Republicans did win control of the House of Representatives for another 2-year term, but only about a 5-seat majority for the Republicans over the Democrats right now. A super, super close race in the House, one that's going to be very, very important to watch in 2026, as it's expected that based on recent electoral trends, 2026 should be a good year for the Democrats down ballot, so the House is certainly going to be a top thing to watch for in 2026. But there were lots of close races nationwide and flips for both parties, like in Pennsylvania 7 and 8 going for the Republicans, Michigan 7 going for the Republicans, Colorado 8 going for the Republicans, Alaska at large going for the Republicans, and some close flips as well for the Democrats. For instance, in Oregon 5 going for the Democrat, California 13 going for the Democrat, California 27, and California 45 going for the Democrats as well, among many others nationwide as well. So a very close map in the House races in 2024. And in the 2024 governor map, we saw a lot of key races go pretty much as expected. We did see the state of Washington re-elect or elect a Democratic governor once again. We saw a Republican win in Utah. In Montana, the incumbent won again, same with Utah. North Dakota, Republican, new candidate won. Missouri, Republican, new candidate won. Indiana, Senator Mike Braun, won this race as for governor. West Virginia, the Republican Attorney General won here. North Carolina, one of the 2 more contested races in the country, following a scandal against the Republican candidate Mark Robinson. The Democrat Josh Stein went on to win 55% to 40% in a not close election that caught really no one by surprise. After the scandal broke, it was clear Josh Stein was going to win very, very big in North Carolina. In the state of Delaware, the Democratic candidate won against the Republican candidate 56% to 44%, a 12-point win. The state of Vermont re-electing its Republican governor Phil Scott 73% to 22%. And in the state of New Hampshire, which was looked at to be the closest governor's race in the country, Republican candidate Kelly Ayotte ended up defeating Democratic candidate Joyce Craig in an open race to replace Republican Governor Chris Sununu. Ayotte got 54%, Craig 44%, a race that at the end of the day looked like it was going to be close and ended up being not that close at all. 10% margin of victory being a likely Republican win. So that is the governor's map in 2024. That is the House, or that's the Senate map in 2024, the House map in 2024, and the presidential map in 2024. So those are all the major federal elections that happened statewide or countrywide in the 2024 elections. I also want to say, for me personally, thank you so much for a great 2024. I started really covering the presidential race, Senate race, and even started covering the governor and House races more in depth than I have in the past. So it's been a great year for me. It's been a great year for my channel. I really appreciate you all watching these videos across these last 6 or 7 months or so that I've been doing them. I've seen a ton of growth in my channel, and I really am just extremely, extremely grateful for all you that have watched. So thank you so much for a great 2024. I hope to see you all in 2025. With that said, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you give it a like, click subscribe, leave a comment below telling me maybe what was your favorite race of 2024. If there was one race in particular that stood out to you, maybe leave a comment below saying what that would be, and maybe what you're thankful for 2024 and going into 2025. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you in a future video. That will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a like, and if you really liked it, please remember to click the subscribe button, and make sure you turn post notifications on so you always get notified when I post a new video. That way you never miss one. Also, please remember to share this video with your friends and family if you really like the video. And remember to stay tuned because I'll be posting at least one video every single day leading up until Election Day. So I'd really appreciate it if you keep coming back and watching those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.